Yo, what is good, YouTube? We're back with another video today. We're on Rematch once more. I seen a lot of y'all are confused, so I figured I'd make another video basically explaining the basics of the game, some advanced tips also while what's going on. Make sure you watch to the end because there is a secret technique that I use to score a lot of goals. It's at the end of the video, so yeah. If you're an advanced player and you've been playing, and you don't know about this tip, then make sure you tune in, watch to the end, or even just skip. It's up to you. But yeah, this video I structured out. I wrote like 2 pages of notes. Should be a lot more structured than the last one, and I should have the controls up here for Xbox and PC players. I also have my controller keyboard. My controller, tied up here as well. But I'll put the inputs on the screen regardless, anyways, just for you to see it. So first off, someone asked me for my settings in the last video. So here they are. Also, if you hear my family in the background, they decide to be as loud as possible when I'm recording, so don't worry about that. But yeah, here are my settings. None of this really matters, to be honest. It's all up to you. Make sure you have max FOV on though. And your minimap. Your minimap is another tip, but I'll talk about that later. But yeah, video. It's up to you. I have all my stuff on medium for better quality, like more FPS. Volume's up to you. Controls up to you. Yeah. Oh, I also like to have controller vibration on. That's just me. I like to know like when the ball hits me, my controller vibrates. If I chip the ball, like if a goalie's kicking it and I go and hit it and chip it, I like to feel that. So that's really up to me. Nice. I just went over like 3 different segments without the controller on my screen. But yeah, anyways, hopefully you can see my controller now. It should be on. I don't have 3 screens, so I can't see if it's working right now because I have, my notes up. But yeah, first one is sprinting. Sprinting is shift, LB, or L1. Just takes stamina. The more stamina you use while you're sprinting, the slower you run. So as you can see, I'm slowing down. I'm slowing down. I'm slowing down. I'm basically jogging at this point. So you have a boost sprint. Boost sprint is this little blue bar down on the right side by my sprint stamina bar. Double tap that and you can sprint. Alright. The more you use that bar, the longer the cooldown is. I believe the full cooldown for the full bar when you use it is about 8 seconds. Yeah, that's basically movement. Oh, there's also dashing. This is just when you're in your defensive stance, dash. This is also very important for receiving the ball, right? So if it's in the air, you can dash. And it has like a field around it, right? So if you hear anything in the back, it's my family. For some odd reason, the moment I click record, they love to get active in the house. I don't know why, but yeah. You receive the ball, it has like a field around it. So you dash towards the ball. Oh, I missed it. Go, dash towards the ball, and has a field. Alright, so now we got defensive stance. Defensive stance is control LT or L2 without the ball. This is how you reach. Control LT L2 and then you click circle B or E on your keyboard and this will make you reach out. This is your main way of defense. This also takes stamina as well, so you want to be mindful how you use it. This is what you do when like you're man on guarding somebody, they're in front of you dribbling. You time their dribble, reach, go out and take it. Something else you can do is L1, hold L1, LB or shift. You're just shifting. And then you click circle, B, or E. And that's how you slide. Main tip with this, with your slide, is using it wisely. If you don't use it wisely, you get beat by your opponent when you're trying to like play defense on them and you slide. You're completely out of play, and the person you were guarding is just way far past you. And you're cooked. You look stupid. I only really use sliding when I'm trying to poke the ball into open space where I can like beat my opponent to it. So let's say the ball's out, right? If he's running to it and I'm running to it, I'll go and I'll slide, poke it out, and like double sprint up to it to get it before he does, You can also use it like the goal is out, you slide it into the goal, you hit it in, score it. You can also do that when like a goalie, when they drop the ball from their hands to pass or something, you can go and slide it out of their hands and into the goal. So me and my friends have got a lot of goals that way. Easy, simple way to get goals. Now, let's cover dribbling. The stance for dribbling is the same as the defensive stance, L2, LT, or control. And with space on your keyboard, X on your PS5, and then A on your Xbox, you can do dribble moves in different directions, right? Once you do dribble moves in 2 directions, or once you double tap it, it does different stuff. Like to the sides is like this, to the front is a spin, back is a double pullback, and you can only do this twice. It doesn't have like a third input for a third move. It just repeats it, right? Dribbling like this does spin your stamina, so be careful how you use it. Don't just try to be a dribble demon and spam it. Yeah, you got to be wise with how you use this stuff, because then you got to explode off of it to go run and use your sprint. So you don't want to be out of stamina once you beat your defender. You can also chop in the middle of your dribble. So like, let's say you're dribbling, and you want to chop to the right because your opponent like reaches that way. So you dribble over, you make him reach, and then you chop over and you sprint off, right? Doing this, all you have to do is just let go of L2, LT, or control. It's like it gets you out of the mode, and then you chop it over. Let's do dribble, chop. Dribble, chop. Anyway, you could dribble up and then chop back. You know, omnidirectional. You know, it's up to you how you want to use that. I use it wisely. Oh, and I forgot to mention you can rainbow flick with R1, RB, and X. X, RB, R1, right? And then you use X or A to flick it over your head. So you can see me just doing it on screen on my controller. And then on keyboard, you just click C, and it automatically does it. You can also spam L2, LT, and control to switch you in and out of the mode. It's basically like canceling like the animation or something like that, like based on where you flick your joystick. You know, it's flashy. It doesn't really do much, but it does kind of look like moves, kind of like when you drag the ball over, like it flings your character, kind of. This might make people bite and then reach, and then you know, go past them. Yeah. Another thing that's really helped me is pushing the ball out with space, X, or A. This is faster than just sprinting with the ball. Like just sprinting with the ball on your character, or, you know, jogging with the ball on your character, because, you know, you're pushing it out and your character like pulls towards it, right? So you got this. This is much faster than just sprinting with the ball. But you also do lose the ball while you're doing this, so you must be careful with how you do it. And then you can also do this while sprinting. So let me show you. Yeah, and this is much faster than just regular sprinting up the field with it. Because, you know, you're pushing it out, pulling your character towards it. You can also do this, which I do a lot. If you beat your opponent, right? Let's say you beat him. You go, I'll double tap my boost. And since you lose the ball, you're basically just automatically doing it. There's no need to push X or anything or space. You're just automatically just kicking it forward while you're in boost, because, you know, you don't have access to the ball, like you're not locked onto the ball, if you know what I mean. Oh, I forgot to mention this technique conserves a lot more stamina, because you're only really spending it on passing, unless you're sprinting and passing too. But even then, it doesn't really take that much more stamina, because you're sprinting for half a second, then going back into the pass animation. See? Don't be spamming L1, because if you spam L1 and do it, it destroys your stamina. But if you just hold L1 and double tap, and, you know, you're straight, conserve stamina, and yeah, and you're moving faster. All right, I'm gonna do a quick stamina on I'm gonna do a quick segment on stamina, because it's like the most important thing in the game to me, at least. Defensively, offensively, and just, you know, in general. You won't be able to make certain plays with stamina and get to certain shots, like a pass from your friend with no stamina. You won't be able to get back on defense in time to save your goalie with no stamina. Having no stamina in those situations can heavily, and I mean heavily, hinder your progress as a player, and just, you know, how good you can be on the field, how productive you can be on the field. If you're always out of stamina, you can't make a lot of plays, right? You want to have stamina at all times, you know, just for those dire situations. And I'd say never spend all your stamina bar unless like you're just really trying to hawk someone down and get back before they score or something like that. Like your goalie ran out of box and you're trying to hawk them down. That's the only time I'd say use your stamina bar completely, and even your full sprint completely. Also with your stamina bar, right? This is important. I already showed you with the sprinting, you get slower, right? But let's say you use your whole stamina bar. All right, use your whole stamina bar. You see that little dash right there? That dash makes it slower for your stamina to come back. That's why I'm saying never use your whole stamina bar. Just use it in bits and pieces. Use dash more, you know, stuff like that, bro. But this is, letting it get all the way down is the worst thing you can do, because then you're just SOL. It takes it's slower to come back. You know you're just cooked. All right, now that I'm done with the stamina segment, I'm gonna cover the passes. Right, there's 3 types of passes. First off, there is the main pass, the regular pass, which is square, X, or left mouse button on keyboard. Is it left? Oh no, it's right. Sorry. Right mouse button on keyboard. I mean on mouse, my bad. And then the second one is a lob pass, which is R1, RB, and square, R1 and square, or RB and X. This is just, you know, like this. And then on keyboard, all you have to do is just click X on your keyboard, and then it flicks it up for you. The final pass is the most important one, which is using your shoot mechanic, right? It's just your R2, RT, left mouse click. This one is an extremely far pass. Okay, you know, it's a shot, of course, but you can curve like right into the pocket of your teammates. You know, it's a beautiful pass right to your teammates so they can shoot. This is like the main we use as a defender to advance the ball. This shot pass is also like the one you use to set up balls off the play, right? So this is what you use to kick it off the wall to your friend. You know, he's right there, boom, kick it in, bicycle kick. Or just kick it to yourself and then kick it in. I've scored this way many times. Very useful shot, throw off the goalie. A lot of inexperienced goalies will jump at that shot, and then you could even just pass it in, right? Just pass it in the back corner or something like that. I missed, but you know what I mean. You get what I'm saying. Last but not least, shooting. There are 3 types of shots, just like passing, and using the same mechanics. First is the regular shot, which is RT, left mouse button, and R2, which is like, you know, the shot you can curve. The base shot in the game, bro. How you learn how to shoot the first shot. Second shot is a lob shot. This can be used when you're shooting over a sliding goalie or like a rushing goalie who's running out to you. You go, just lob it over into the goal. You know, I've got hit with this a couple times while I've played goalie. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's very situational, just like this third one. The third is a pass shot, which is the fastest shot in the game when used up close, and it's more aimable and direct when doing it. It's not more aimable on keyboard and mouse because it's extremely hard for me to do it. And I've heard keyboard and mouse just sucks when it comes to aiming passes and stuff. So I wouldn't really use this on keyboard and mouse, but on controller, I for sure would. It's just a pass shot, right? Quick, fast. It's direct. This shot is for up close. And you know, when you're going against the goalie, you want to shoot opposite corner real quick. You just do that. Shoot opposite corner. Throw them off. My aim is pretty bad with it on controller, but yeah, right in their back net. There's no wind up for a shot like that where a goalie can close out to you. It's a quick push right in the goal. But yeah, these 2 shots, the lob shot and the pass shot, are very situational. You know, you'll learn the more you play, like when to use them. If you're an IRL soccer player, you already know when you should be using these, because you know, you just know it's just game sense, sport sense, all that kind of stuff. It just comes into play. Oh, and you can also use the same fast shot, the pass shot, while you're not looking at a goalie, right? You could be coming, looking down, flick it to their back corner, or flick it like, you know, in the goal, and it jets in there while you're not looking. I actually just seen a clip of someone scoring off that. Like he was coming across the pitch, had his friend was over there, he just kicked it in like that in the back net. Goalie wasn't ready. Most goalies aren't ready, bro. Like most goalies are not as good as you think they are. My main tip for shots is shooting in corners, specifically these bottom corners right here, like I was just telling you with the pass shot. Yeah, that's the hardest shot for the goalie to block, just for the fact that most goalies aren't expecting it. Because most goalies don't slide. Like when you're playing goalie, do you ever slide around on the ground and try to block shots? No, you don't. You always jump, you always dive. So yeah, shooting in these bottom corners with even the slightest bit of curve, you want to get it as close to the pole as you possibly can, because those are like the hardest. It's like if it's barely chipping in like that right in the pole, that's the best shot you can shoot on the ground. Yeah, like stuff like that. Shooting in the corners. You don't have to shoot top corner. Those are pretty good. But you know, goalies, when they jump, they're automatically in that net. In that top corner. So yeah, I'd be very wise with how you use that. Also, how fast your character moving depends on how hard the shot is, right? So if you're just regular shooting, regular walking, the shot's that hard. Standing still, the shot's weaker. And then if you're sprinting, the shot's harder when you like fully charge it with R2. Another thing I do is the double tap boost shot, right? Double tap boost shot. See how much faster that is? That's fast. Also, with bicycle kicks, like when you're shooting a shot with bicycle kick, it'll always be going down unless it's like a high one, right? So let's see, like this one's high, that one's not gonna go down, that's gonna go straight, right? But this one, oh, I did it wrong. But this one that's straight, it's gonna come down, right? So if someone's lobbing it off the wall to you, the ball is gonna go down and flat like that. It's not gonna shoot up like where my cursor was. Like the high ones will always shoot straight at the goal. But when you're coming down and it's like medium, it's always gonna shoot down. So keep that in mind. But yeah, that's it for the regular tips. Now here are some more advanced tips and even a secret tech I use. The first advanced tip is the header. The header is just a pass that's high off the ground. This one can be very goated for shooting. It's also very hard to pull off in game. So you need the ball in the air first, right? And then you click square, X, or right mouse button to shoot it. You're basically just passing it with your head into the goal, like that, directing it into the goal. You can also use this to pass off to your friend. You go like that, your friend's right there and he kicks it in. But yeah, people don't, I really never see people use headers, to be honest, and they can be very useful. They're also just like the ground shot, but in the air. And I think they might actually be faster, like how fast the input is to come off and hit it. I don't think there's less delay and stuff when it comes to that. And then here goes my secret technique, the Big Bang Drive. Yes, I stole that name from Cheetah. No, I don't care. Right, so you want to rainbow flick, boost sprint into the shot, right? Boost sprint, I think I did it wrong, but it's very hard to do. If you do it correctly, there's like no delay in your shot. And your shot is much faster. It's much faster than the regular shot, and it's off a rainbow flick, which is quite deceptive. You know, you can regularly shoot off a rainbow flick, but see that long wind up it has? Do it using the boost. It cuts that wind up off and gets you to the ball quicker. It like basically cuts off the animation that you have to wait for that shot. I mean, for that, you know, regular shot. Another advanced tip is header juggling. You know, me personally, I can't do that, bro, because I don't know. I just can't. I just can't header juggle. But to do this, basically, you want to use your R1, RB, and C, and just use it over and over again while you're sprinting. Just run and use it. But I can't. That's for regular juggling. I can't header juggle. But I'll show a guy on TikTok who uses it. This guy's freaking. I don't know how he does that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I want to say I took it out the game, but then at the same time, he just used it like 2 days ago in a video, so maybe not. But yeah, regular juggling can be good to, you know, kick it back over somebody who's about to reach or slide, because most people aren't expecting you to do 2 juggles. I've also seen people use it when they're coming down like in traffic, like there's a bunch of traffic here, juggle through here a couple times and then like shoot it or pass it to their friend. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Oh, there's one more thing I meant to mention. On keyboard only, if you click R, it automatically locks you onto the ball, right? Like not lock on, but like it shows you where the ball is, bro. Basically, it's like Rocket League with the ball cam, kind of something like that. So if you kick the ball that way, oh no, it does lock. It literally locks onto the ball. Yeah, as a goalie, you probably want that 100%, 1000%. Playing goalie on keyboard and mouse, lock onto the ball. You know, you can see it. But yeah, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. This one's more structured. Took me a long time to make. So yeah, I figured I'd make this one for y'all because a lot of people are complaining. They're confused. You know, yeah. That last video wasn't really for beginners. I was more like a advanced player, people who already played the game, kind of tips and tricks video. But yeah, this one's beginner friendly and advanced friendly. So yeah, like, sub, send this to your friend, and peace.